Yo, this is Nixon.
Cracc.
We're gonna do a song called Last Call. Let's run it.
Go to therapy, you'll feel better. Yeah, my fucking ass. I'ma go get a drink. Going off with the gang in the booth, I'ma slay it. Slur a couple words here and there, cause I'm faded. I back up on my whiskey and weed and never be jaded. Hold up while I take a swig. Let me take a hit to another huge swig. Glued it down to the chair like the fair when the fair's loose. Round and around like a hair, messy hair, dude. Then I fall down. What's that sound? I'm hearing things again. Oh no, overdid it and now so blowed. Everything's in HD, Claritin, GoPro. Really never sober, declare to run solo. Scottish and Irish man, a real rarity like when a siren stands. But from MIA to be a vibrant land with psychos, crackheads, and the violent fans. Out to the ocean, even all the way down south. Plantation, all the way to downtown. Now every rapper's stunting cause they wanna be crowned loud. Annoying motherfuckers just release on SoundCloud. These artists is versatile as the El Camino game. We're gonna serve them with a smile. Your mile rounds are wild in this industry. How wild, how do you keep it going? No one falling on my style. I'ma do my own thing with all of the whole gang. Spazzing me, press Marley and Crack Cobain. Beretta in the background, drumming his own bang. Script with his clocks, watching over the whole.
Yep.
Yeah, we just had a little something to say. You know who's really got something to say? That's the homie Crack Cobain. Yo, Cracc, tell him.
Cracc more fly, say crack more fresher. OG cushion and blue coochie sweater. Go Cartiers, when the good friends better. I might double up when I get more cheddar. Get more bread up. Big place flocks out like the birds in the winter. Always been a winner, gotta keep my chin up. Feeling like the road when he made one sin. I mean, I'm feeling like the road when he first on the winner. Someone's in the ball, I'm stacking the ball. They know my name is sex when I step in the mall. I might hit Nordstrom, blowing tricks on the cross. On my way, feels close, but my shirts and my dogs. These dreams and slugs, you know what I'm on. Might do some chinos, but I ain't slacking it all. In my driver's loafers, get my lows up. Put me in the pop, my shirts and flows up. Turn us some shit, watch the shit, get rolls up. My name Cracc, but I came out selling doja. My name Cracc, but I came out selling doja. I came out selling doja. My name Cracc, but I came out selling doja. I came out selling doja. My name Cracc, but I came out selling doja. Niggas fuck with me. Cracc. Camino.
Gang.
What's good, everybody? It's the Buzz on A Block. Shout out Miami Community Radio. It's Young A. I got Cracc Cobain.
Yo.
And his artist, Sir Nixon.
Yo.
Yes, sir. So it's funny, before we started, we were talking about how we all met, but specifically how Cracc and Nix met. And I'm just going to let them go off that note, and so we could just open this up. We had a dope performance before, so I hope y'all got a feel for who they are and, you know, how they operate. And yeah, I'm just going to give it to them.
All right, so I first met Nixon in 2012, that summer. He was part of a metal band, and like our in-house producer was he was the
bassist. He was the bassist, and I was playing the drums.
And Nixon was the drummer, and they had two guitar players, both fire. And I went to go see them perform, and this man was off of 232s of Mickey's. so like they killed the performance. The guitarist and the two guitarists, which one of them was the lead singer. These men, they climbing on top of each other's shoulders.
Damn.
Playing the guitars and shit. Like, it was a wild show.
Jumping off my bass drum.
Shit was wild.
Face paint and everything.
So
sick.
we get through them performing. Then we went next door to this pool hall down our way, and everybody's in there drinking. And me and him got cool just off of that, and he started coming around because I was trying to sign the whole band, but they ended up breaking up because of typical band shit, girl problems, stuff like that.
It's always girl problems, man. Always girl problems.
But Nixon would still come around. He would come through, hang out at the house and shit with smoke, just vibe. And one day he pulls up on me, and it's him, Emmy, who's also on ECMG,
Okay.
and our producer. And they're like, "Yo, we got this song," and they play the song, and I'm like,
Wow.
"Who's that?" And he goes, "That's me." And I go, "Oh shit, nigga, you rap?" And it was like his first song that he had ever done. And then he just started like doing more music and shit. And bro got tighter over time. Like But the first song was fire. Like I'm like, who the fuck is that? You feel me? Like, but that's how me and him met. Crazy things. We went to high school together, and we didn't know each other in high school, but we had like a lot of friends in common and shit.
Yeah, like everyone I knew, he knew. Everyone he knew, I knew. He always brings up names. I'm like, oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, this and that. And it's crazy. Like we knew everyone, but not each other. And then we met after high school, and then we started doing the music, and that was it. We just became tight.
Oh God, that's what it was.
So 2012, that was like, what? How old were you guys? Like, what did it look like then? What was the name of the band?
The name of the band was Ideals of the Corrupt.
Wow.
Yeah, we were metalcore, fast metal. We had breakdowns. We were rowdy. We played house parties. We all played drunk. It was just wild stuff. One house party we played, the cops came, shut it down. It was wild stuff. Wild stuff.
It was crazy. But 2012, we were 21 at the time.
Okay.
I'm like fresh out of college, trying to find my way and shit. And I had a group that I was dealing with before I started ECMG, and just one of the artists just was on some sloppy shit one day, and I was already like playing the ECMG in my head, and like I had a book. I'm a writer. I write everything down.
Okay.
So I'm already plotting like how I'm gonna form ECMG, and it just so happens that these guys came up to record. One dude was like, "Oh, I don't got my music." I'm like, "Bro, you can't record music. You don't got your lyrics with you." And he was like sitting down like rewriting, and I went for a walk, and I had my engineer with me, and he was like, "Bro, I can't do this shit." And I was like, "Nah, I feel you." And like we went back, recorded dudes, they left, and I was like, "Bro, I want to show you something I've been working on." And I showed him like I had the name already, and I was already like building like how I wanted my team to be. Cause the dude that introduced me and David, which is our producer, and how I ended up meeting Nixon, is a good friend of ours named Dudat. Me and him had band class together in high school, and like he played the drums. He's a percussionist, so he'll be in class playing the bass drums, and I'm freestyling.
Way better than I did.
And I'm talking about the teacher used to hate when we get together because we supposed to be working on music, actually like playing the songs that he assigned to us and stuff, and we like, man, fuck that music. He beating on the bass drum. I'm in there freestyling. We had other dudes in class that be freestyling. So like, I already had in mind, like he brought everybody together really. Like I always give him credit for that because he had ended up moving down the street from me, and he'll be at the crib smoking, chilling. Everybody used to be at my house. Like my parents, that's the one thing I could say I like really appreciate about them. They used to let everybody come over. Nixon could tell you there'll be days where I'm not at home. And he at my crib, I come home from work and I see Nixon chilling on my couch. I'm like, "What's up, bro?" And he's like, "Oh, your mom let me in." I'm like, "All right, for sure."
Yo, for real, and every time I'd go there, the first thing they'd ask me, "Oh, did you eat today? Here, have some food."
That's a fact.
Definitely.
Every time, like
Moms and pops, they gonna ask you if you ate something.
damn near acted like my parents too. It was
And if you
beautiful.
didn't eat, you was gonna eat.
That's love.
And they like Nixon's vegan, and they'll have veggie burgers made for him. Like, bro, when I say they would make sure everybody had something that was filling to them, it was crazy. Wow. Yeah.
So like, what culture are your parents?
My mom is from the Virgin Islands, and my dad grew up in the Virgin Islands, but he's from Antigua. So definitely big Caribbean background. But they raised us on everything. So like, and when I say everything, I mean like as far as like just music. Like my pops put me on the hip hop. My pops used to listen to Rakim and Eric B and shit like that.
Yeah.
And put me on. My mom was big on R&B. My mom is the reason I love Mariah Carey and stuff like that. Now, me and my brother always joke that Saturday mornings it would start with gospel, and once that Casey and JoJo came on, we knew it was done for the day. Yeah. So like as soon as we heard that All My Life, it's like, all right, we get to go watch TV now. Yeah.
And what about you? Like, what was your upbringing?
Well, I'm adopted, but my background is of Irish descent. But my adopted parents, well, I call them my parents. They're my parents. They're my mom and my dad. My dad his side's French, and my mom's side was Greek.
Oh.
Yeah, but they had this old school upbringing that they brought me up on, at least as far as music. So they hated hip hop, they hated death metal, and those are my two favorite genres growing up.
Yeah.
I love hip hop and death metal, and I'll be honest, my mom, before she even passed, she never even knew I did hip hop.
Wow.
Yeah, and then my dad, he doesn't even know I do hip hop, but they never liked the genre, so they wouldn't appreciate it. And that's fine. Like I don't care as long as they got their love. I don't need their support in hip hop. That's how I feel about it. But I was brought up on, shoot, my dad loves Sinatra, Sinatra, Dean Martin.
Was.
Yeah, he put me up on that stuff, and then my mom put me on old school rock, like classic rock, like AC/DC, Deep Purple, Ozzy Osbourne. So that's what I grew up with the music. And then once I found death metal, for some reason I like that more. I guess it's because I'm kind of an angry person, and I sometimes let the rage get the better of me, and I feel like death metal just helps me. It's weird. It's like it meditates me, and I've always loved death metal.
Yeah, we got to collab on something because I got a couple metal songs. I got a couple songs with Phil where I'm just going crazy. I'll probably send it to you guys after. Like I'll be on the rage shit too.
Yeah, I'd be down. I'd be down for all of it.
So speaking of cultures, like how have you seen the culture transform in music, and how has that like shifted your perspective?
It's so different now. I remember like when I first got into like rap, you had to know how to freestyle. You had to write your own lyrics. Like it was so much rules to it that like I feel aren't the same anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's to the point now. Like I listen to Double XL freestyles and I don't expect anything. And that sounds crazy, right? Like
No, I feel that though.
But it's like ice. Like okay, like I know everybody gonna snap. Now I go in with no expectations because I don't want to be disappointed.
Yeah, the 2011 one, I think that was the best one.
That was hard.
Yeah.
That was still people that understood the culture from the way that it started. It wasn't just everybody's like flash in the pan. And I feel like that's what it is now. Like the music is flash in the pan. It's not anybody slow cooking. And the only people that really slow cook is the people that they're like, oh, like they're boring. It's like, nah, bro, they're not boring. They're actually taking the time to make art that's gonna last.
Yeah, definitely. And what about you? Like, how have you seen the culture shift in just what you listen to? Or
Oh yeah, definitely. Like when I got into hip hop, like for real, it was back in 2012. Like after I met Cracc over here, and the band dispersed, and I started getting into hip hop and writing. I started going more in depth with it, finding who I like and who I don't like, and
yeah, it was like homework at my house, bro. You had to listen to everybody.
Yeah.
So he'd be like, oh, like who do you listen to? I'm like, bro, you gotta go listen to some Big, you gotta listen to some Snoop, you gotta listen to this one, you gotta listen to that one. And bro did his homework, like.
No, definitely. Yeah, I listened to everything he told me to go listen to. I listened to it, and then I would branch off and find my own people to listen to, and then found a certain subgenre of hip hop that I really like, and started delving into that, and then saw all the artists there, and that's when I found one of my favorite artists to listen to is Madchild. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but he's one of my favorites. And
Fire.
I came across him in 2012. That's when Dudat came over to the crib,
Right.
and as soon as he got there, he's like, I got someone that I want you to watch, and I think you're gonna like him. And he puts on a Madchild song called "The Devil's Reject," and I watched that, and I was like, dude, this guy is fire. And that's pretty much who really inspired me to find my style in hip hop and go with it that way. And since 2012 to now, like even hip hop has changed since then. Like it's not the same anymore. It
Yeah,
keeps
you
getting
talking about like peak blog era.
yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Peak blog.
Peak blog era. Then we went through the whole SoundCloud wave,
and Vine,
and now we
all
to where
that.
we are now. So yeah, it's definitely changed a lot. Like I started rapping in 06, so I'm like, and that's not even recorded, but just like rapping, like freestyling the ciphers and stuff like that. I wrote my first song in 04, garbage, no bar structure.
Damn.
But it came from poetry. Like I used to write poetry all the time. I used to sell poems in middle school. I was like staring at the Bergerac. Like, you want a poem for your girl, bro? Bring me $5. I'm gonna write you a poem. Make sure, yeah, on God. I'm gonna make sure your shit tight too. So it came from that to writing, and then later on learning the song structure and freestyling, reading books on it, using what I learned from band into writing the songs and stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely seen the change. Like most of these artists now say they can't even count bars, and it's like, damn, that sucks for you. But I get it. Like, shit, Nori couldn't count bars. Nori, that's why he's the what. That was him setting up his bar structure. So when he would go in the booth and record, he knew when to stop.
Wow.
Yeah, so, I mean, I see the shift.
And you guys said you went to high school together?
Yeah, we went to
Yeah.
Palmetto together.
Oh, Palmetto.
Yeah, we both went to high school together, but we didn't know each other in high school.
So you guys never like seen each other or ran into each
Bro,
other?
we probably didn't even know. Like,
Wow, it's like that.
even our boy David, like the first time me and David ever had a conversation, he looked at me. He's like, "Bro, I hated you in high school," and I was, and I'm there like, "Bro, I didn't even know you in high school." And he told me, he's like, "Nah, but you were arrogant as fuck." And I'm like, "Yeah, you probably right." And he was like, "Yeah, bro, you would come from football practice with your shirt off, and you just talking to all the girls." I'm like, "Yeah, that sound like me." So I couldn't be mad at bro. I'm like, "All right, you had a valid point."
Yeah, it's like our boy Emmy that's in our group too. We had a class together, and I didn't even know him in high school like that. And he said he was always afraid to come up to me because I was wearing metal shirts. I had all these spike chains on and everything. My hair was down. He's like, "Dude, I thought you were the devil. Like, you were intimidated. I didn't want to say hi to you or anything."
But it's like, yeah, it's really like that though, because like me and Emmy, I met Emmy in weight training our sophomore year. Like I said, I didn't know Nick until later on. So like all of us were in the same school, and all of us somehow were intertwined with each other, but we didn't really get tight until like after high school.
Wow.
Like as a group. Like David and Dudat were tight as fuck, and Nixon was with them. Like y'all had a band in high school.
Yeah, we had a high school band called Sane. Yeah, so whenever we went to a show, people would be like, "What band are you in?" We're like, "Oh, we're Insane." Little double entendre thing. Yeah. And that was actually my favorite metal band. Oh man, I played bass in that band. We had the best music. Our songs were 6 minutes long. We had different time signatures throughout the songs. Kind of like this metal band called Opeth. I don't know if you've heard of them. Okay. Yeah, they change up their time signatures. They have like 6 to 12-minute songs, and yeah, that's what we were doing.
Yeah, you can't do that in rap nowadays. It
Nah.
barely went 3 minutes, man.
If it's more than 2 verses, people stop paying attention.
Let me see. So, have you guys faced any adversity in the music industries thus far that you want to speak on?
It's me, not as much. Like I look like I rap off top, so but I don't. The thing with me is I don't make the music that people expect me to make. Like, and I love when people are honest with me, be like, "Oh, like that's not what I thought I was gonna get from you." Because
Oh, yeah.
people that know me from my past life, they expect trap shit off top.
Okay.
Like, "Oh, you gonna talk that drug talk," and I do it, and I do it well when I do it, but
Yeah.
I try not to do that because like I'm not trying to send kids down the wrong path, bro. My favorite fucking like music in high school was Jeezy.
Easy.
Yeah. Trap or Die came
Easy.
out, and I was on that path. You feel me? So like I try not to make that type of music. When I dwell on it, I touch on it and I do it well, but like I try to teach like more upbringing of like proper shit. And we all know I can do the gangbang music easily, but I really try to keep into a different lane and like educate people when I do music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same.
I mean, for me, when I first started doing hip hop, like I came from a metal background, so everyone thought it was just a fucking joke when I started rapping. No one took it serious. Half the people I'd send my songs to wouldn't even listen to it. You know, all my friends that I grew up with that knew I did metal and supported the metal, I'd send my hip hop songs to, and they would just brush it off. Yeah. So it was, and a lot of people just, they don't, as soon as I come into the clubs, whenever I went to the clubs with a Cracc over here,
Yeah.
they would be like, "Oh, you're producer, right?"
Off top, bro, every time.
I always
you
thought I was
producer?
producer.
And then like we're performing, he'll rap and like, "Oh shit, you hard."
Yeah, every time.
Wow.
But I like that shit though, like, cause it shows you, bro. Don't judge a book by its cover, cause you never know what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Like you can't be out here, oh, just cause man's got long hair and looks like a metal artist, doesn't mean he can't rap too.
Hey.
And like I feel like nowadays you would expect people to be more understand, like the internet has made us so privileged that you never know what a person gonna look like or sound like. Like I remember my boys just showing me a video that day of Post Malone doing folk music before White Iverson, and I was like, bro, look totally different. He clean cut. Like you can't expect anything from anyone. Wow. Like anyone's capable of doing what they choose to do.
Yeah, straight up, straight up.
Okay. And I don't know if you want to speak on like the adversity you guys face, like starting music. I know you guys said something about the girls, how they broke the bands up, shit like that.
You can talk about that one.
Oh man, I don't even want to talk about all that.
Well, it's
2012 was, or 2012. That was the band years, the band year, and it was wild between the house parties and the groupies. Like every time a girl would come and hang out with a band, someone in the band fucking slept with her. Yeah, and sometimes a couple of us slept with her.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy.
It was just catching feelings, like dudes catching feelings with girls that they
Exactly.
shouldn't. And just a bunch of mess, bro. Like,
Yeah, the guitarist had a girlfriend, and he started missing practice because he was infatuated with her. He just kept on, oh, I'm hanging out with her today. I'm hanging out with her today. It's like, dude, we're supposed to practice. We have a show next week. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
but it was the same in hip hop too. We had enough run-ins with.
Oh, that's right, because it's Sane Country.
Yeah, we had enough run-ins with dudes having fallouts over girls,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then realizing later on, like, bro, you been my brother. Why am I getting into argument with you over a girl?
That's right. Yeah, Dudette and I got in an argument over a girl one time.
They did.
And that shit, it got so stupid.
got heated?
It got heated.
Bruh,
Damn.
it's
And then Cracc was just like, y'all need to shut the fuck up. Just stop it. Just stop it right now, because
no, on God. Like I'm the person that I understand how women operate more than most men, and I realize, like, bro, like, y'all are probably not gonna see this girl in a year, and that's usually what happens too, and that's what happened in that situation. A year later, that girl was out the picture, and it's like, oh, see, y'all was going.
like a year later, they were all out of the picture.
Damn near all of them, yeah, and they was about to break everything up over them being infatuated with these women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got ridiculous. We had to just take a step back and be like, nah, we got to stop this shit.
I had to have different homies at the house on different nights. Like, that shit's not cool, man.
Oh man.
Some high school shit.
Yeah, that's good that you guys like overcame that though, and
No, for sure.
learned that lesson. And I know it was probably tough during the times you were going through it.
I feel like it was tougher on, like, me and shit, because, like,
Yeah, he
especially
was a
with the
neutral
recording
party.
process.
He had no involvement with any
Yeah,
of the
I'm-
female. He just had to deal with his little homies being little crybabies about the situation. He just had to sit us all down and be like, yo, like, just cut it out. Plain and simple. Just
It was
focus on the
just-
music.
Like, and I realized, like, with our situation, at least it was just women. Because think about it, we could have been like Wu-Tang where y'all was shooting at each other.
Yeah, it could have been worse.
It definitely could have been worse.
Wow.
But everybody got it together. We're good now.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even the girls either, because we had a hip hop group called Sane Country, and we were just, in the beginning, it was fine, but then as we were all growing little by little as artists, we were going in different directions musically. So when we would do a song, two of us would like it and the other one wouldn't, or one would like it and the other one wouldn't, and it just became an issue with every song, after song after song after song. So then eventually, I think I was the first one to step out of the band or the group. I stepped back. I was like, yo, I'm just going to do the solo shit because I'm tired of the band thing. Like, I thought it was just metal bands. And no, it happens with hip-hop groups, punk bands, any bands, country bands.
Then it's me over there just like, I just want to rap. Everybody else got problems. I just want to rap, bro.
Wow. It's life though, just encounters, different things that could change different perspectives, outcomes,
No, for sure.
stuff like that.
Then we had issues with substance abuse and stuff like
Oh
that
my
too.
God, yeah.
So, like, it's a lot that can occur, that can throw you off of your rocker if you don't, like, stick through and just make shit happen.
Wow. Have you guys lost any like people to substance abuse?
Luckily, no.
Oh, okay.
We were pretty close.
We walked the line a few times with
It
these
was-
people.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, crazy enough is I'm the only one that was really like a drug dealer, and I was the one that was like, nah, bro, you gotta get your shit together.
Wow.
Like, I was the main advocate. Like, bro, we're not doing this. You remember the first contracts where I was like, y'all not sipping no lean, y'all not doing no pills.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
This is like when I was trying to sign the metal band. I was like, listen, I'm not going for none of that shit. Because I've lost friends to both sides of substance abuse,
Oh, okay.
dealers and users. So I'm like, nah, I'm not having that shit around me.
Yeah.
Like, you can smoke all the weed you want. I don't care. You can drink your liquor, do what you
Okay.
want. But as far as you being on something that can have you addicted and can kill you, bro, I wasn't going for that.
Yeah, and it wasn't just one; it was a couple of us in the
Yeah.
group, and we've seen them both. We've seen them both when they were on it, and it's just that almost broke up the group too.
Wow.
Yeah,
So there was like a significant change in the character.
No, definitely.
significant as hell.
Definitely.
To the point where one of them would come over to hang out, and they would be on it, and then I would kick him out of my house. I was like, dude, like, I don't like you like this. Get the fuck out. Come back when you're sober. And that's what I did. There was like once or twice I kicked him out of my house. I told him to leave. Wow.
But sometimes you
Completely
gotta show
different
people
person.
tough love. Like, if you see somebody ruin their life, and you really love them, you got to show them, like, nah, bro, like, I'm not going for this. I'm not gonna have you around me if this is what you're gonna be on, because you're fucking yourself up, and I can't watch you fuck yourself up like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's a different type of hurt. That's a hurt. Like, you see your homie like that, that shit sucks. And I told him, I was like, come back when you're sober and off this shit, and I'll let you in. You come back on this stuff, I'm not letting you in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good that you guys touched on that.
Yeah. But we got over all of it, and we're all still hanging out today.
Yeah, everybody's clean.
No bullshit.
Everybody's doing better in life than they were in that moment. And I feel like sometimes people just do shit because they're bored.
Yeah, definitely. That's how I started smoking weed.
Yeah, you be bored and it's like, oh, it's available.
Right. You can be clean as a whistle, not really.
Yeah.
wanting nothing. You just like
See, weed, I can't say nothing on weed because I started early.
Yeah.
Like, I started very early. And
Yeah, me too.
I appreciate my parents because once I was 18, they was like, look, we know you smoke, bro. Just do it at the house.
Oh, okay.
And they would tell my friends, like, we don't care if y'all smoke, just be here where you're in a controlled area.
Yeah.
And if anything's wrong, you could go to sleep. You good. Like I said, everybody used to be in my crib.
Yeah, yeah. Whenever we wanted to smoke, like, hey, let's just go to Cracc's. We're safe there.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing gonna happen.
No one God, you know you safe. You don't gotta worry about getting arrested. I remember one of my boys got arrested one time for smoking by a gas station. They gave him 30 days for smoking. And he got out. My mom slapped the shit out of him. So how the fuck were you smoking at a gas station? Because especially him, that's like one of my closest friends from high school. Like, we
Yeah.
still talk to this day. And my mom had an understanding. Like,
Okay.
if he's at my house, he could smoke. There was no issues.
Yeah.
Just because he's probably gonna spend the night anyway. Like, he used to be at the house doing graphics and stuff. He'd be at the crib for like the whole weekend. He'll bike over to the crib. He'll sleep on the couch, do graphics while I'll leave for work. I'll go to work, come back. Bro's there working on something. And it was just like, it was really just like a creative area. Like, come over, be creative. If you want to go smoke, go smoke. You want to drink, drink. You need something to eat, go eat. Do what you got to do. Just stay here and be creative. It was really like what it was. So I don't know, bro. Like, I can't be around people that aren't in their right state of mind when it comes to certain things, because I know what it can do to you, and I don't want to see anyone lose their life. I've seen too many fucking hip hop artists lose their life to drugs, and it's just because they don't have anyone around them that's willing to tell them, like, nah, bro, you got to chill. And we need that. Like, you need yes men for sure, but you need people that are like, nah, not happening. Like, cut that shit out. We've seen so many great people die for shit that they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Like,
Juice, Mac Miller.
yeah, bro, I cried when Mac died.
Yeah.
Like, big tears. Me and my favorite ex-girlfriend. I know that sounds crazy, right? That sounds so crazy. But me and my favorite ex-girlfriend, shout out to her. We would go to college, listen to Mac Miller, like listen to Spitter, Wiz, Mac, like real like blog era shit.
Oh my
That's
God.
all we would listen to. So like, he died, and me and her weren't even like really super speaking at that time.
Yeah.
But she called me that night. She's like, "Yo, did you hear Mac die?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro." And bro, we're on the phone crying, talking to each other. Like, There's certain artists that just touch you in a certain way, and like losing them to something that you know they shouldn't have died from, it fucks with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely. Definitely.
You know, I got a couple friends who like died from prescription pills, like Xans and shit. And what's the other one? Fentanyl.
Oh man, it's crazy out here.
Yeah, for real.
I realized my situation with not fucking with pills after high school. I almost got I got hit with a felony when I was 17. 2 weeks after turning 17 for pills. And luckily, first offender, I was able to beat that shit and get right. But I realized in that moment that I could have fucked up my whole life off of that. And I feel like that's part of why I changed the way that I did. As far as like, I don't want you around me if you want pills. I don't want you around me if you want lean. And I used to sip lean, bro. Like, I know the effects of that shit.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm like, nah, bro. Like, you can't do this shit around me because I understand what it can do to you.
Yeah, I used to be sipping lean heavy when I was like 16. Like half the day would go by.
Yeah,
or 2 days
bro,
would go by.
you're fucking wasting time. Bro, Xanax, you don't remember what you did the next day.
Type shit.
Like, that's not cool.
And that
Especially
shit
when
makes you like a zombie too.
Well, that plus, you got to remember, most of these people are under 21 doing this shit. Your frontal lobe isn't developed, and you're eating away at it already by you doing these drugs that you're not supposed to be doing that wasn't made for you to do recreationally. So, like, I don't know, dog. That's... I ain't even gonna get deep like that, but for real, that shit bothers me.
No, that's what, yeah. Buzz on A block, I gotta ask everything.
Nah, I feel that, bro.
Shit, ask away.
Yeah, but let's just go back to the label. So, can you speak a little bit about EDMG?
Yeah, for sure. So before ECMG, I had started my first business at 20. It's called Cobain's Royal Enterprises, and I was working with a friend of mine from high school. We're back cool now. We weren't speaking for like years, and he had a group called Track Trappers Music Group. So we were trying to basically make everything incorporated underneath that and run it properly. This is blog era time, so it's like 2010, 2011. And I started building a little buzz in the city. I performed in a few places out here doing well. But he brought this other guy into the mix, and I feel like dude was just like sloppy in the way that he did music. Like he would show up to the studio and not have his money to pay to record. He would show up without having lyrics for songs. And I'm like, all right, bro, like, you're not taking this as seriously as the rest of us. And it bothers me because I take what I do seriously. So if I'm showing up and I'm having to cover you fucking up, that's a problem to me. Mm-hmm. So when I started ECMG, it was just making sure that I was with like-minded people. And even with ECMG, we've had like shit that wasn't always great. Like I said, there was issues with girls, there was issues with substance abuse. This is just, I feel like this is shit that just happens in music, bro. There's always gonna be hurdles to get over. And now I feel like we're at a point where we got through all those hurdles, and I don't have to feel like I'm a babysitter at all. Like, I can hit Nixon, hey, bro, what you got working on? He's gonna be like, oh, I did this, this, and this today. This is my schedule for the year. Like, I love that shit. Like, I shouldn't have to ask you, like, oh, when do you want to drop something? You should be like, hey, bro, this is what I'm working on. This is my game plan. I just need you to help me with this, this, and that. So I know, okay, cool. Like, I got to help you with the marketing for it. No problem. Do you have a graphic designer in mind? Do you have a videographer in mind? What producers are you working with? Shit like that. As far as before, where it was like, oh, like, I felt like I was really, yo, did you write to this song? Yo, are you ready to go record? Yo, you got to come over. We got to practice to perform. Yo, this, yo, that. Like, before it was more, I felt like I had to be like in general mode. And now I don't have to be like, everyone's adults now. And I'm like, my goal for next year is to start working with younger artists and like build them up. And I know I'm gonna have to get back in like that general mode. And it's cool. Like, it's cool at this point because now like I'm a father now, so I'm already used to dealing with like babying shit.
Yeah.
And I think like everything that I did with music made me being a dad easier because No, legit. Like, bro, like if you could deal with artists, you could deal with kids.
Wow.
If you can deal with artists, you can deal with kids. Because artists are the most difficult motherfuckers on earth, bro.
Trust me, I know, because I engineer also.
So you already know, bro.
Yeah.
You know how an artist would come to the studio and not have lyrics written.
Yeah, or try to pay half the cost. Or
Yeah,
just
bro,
different stuff like that.
That shit is wild to me. Half the cost. Like you should be showing up with the full fucking cost. That's crazy.
Man.
That's crazy.
People always gonna try to cut corners. And that's always been my biggest thing with music is I don't ask for discounts. I don't ask for like anything is that I feel like I would feel insulted if you came at me with, I don't do.
That's what's up.
Especially if you're a friend. Like I'm not gonna come to a friend and be like, oh, you my dog, like, let me get it for half price. Nah, bro. What's your price? I'm gonna pay your price. And all of my friends, I have this problem with all of my friends. All my friends always try to give me discounts. I have one homie that's a photographer. He did like one of my first photo shoots. And I was like, bro, how much do I owe you? He's like, name your price. Like, bro, this is not progressive. I'm not naming my price. How much do I owe you?
No, I have the same argument with my graphic designer. Because she'll be like, oh, I told you I was going to get it to you last week, and I never did, but it's here now, so you can just give me half of it. I'm like, nah, I'm going to give you the full amount because it is what it is. I'm not going to half-ass the price on you.
Everybody has to eat.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Everybody has to eat. But yeah, bro, like I said, I'm really happy with where I am with all the artists on the label right now. Like everybody has been constantly working. Like Emmy has English and Spanish projects getting ready to drop. Nixon has a project getting ready to drop. Along with that, we're working on an EP together right now. Me and Spaz are working on the EP. Spaz is working on his project. Like everybody's working. I'm working. My project's done. Like my project's done on recording side. I'm just getting all the visuals and stuff together right now. So like everybody has like constant music that they're about to start dropping like crazy. So like I'm in a happy space with it.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And like, this is a question more so for me. Like, how did you meet Russ and Slim, or Wavy and Slim?
Well, you know, me and Slim met on some gangbanging stuff. I ain't gonna lie. That's a little hobby. But just good people, bro.
Yeah, I mean, for real.
Good people always gonna connect. Like if somebody's good, you gonna connect with them.
Yeah.
Me and Slim met on some neighborhood stuff, and we just he's a young nigga with some good energy. And
Yeah.
I love that around me, bro. Like if you young and you got good energy, you could be around me all day, bro. Like
That's what's up.
that's what it was. And that's how me and you met, cause of Slim, and you was a young nigga with some good energy. I'm like, okay, I fuck with bro. And we have a lot of the same like things that we're into. Like we feel like you have to have a good credit and things of that sort. We feel like you have to give back to your community and build people up. And just you being on that type of mind frame, I'm like, oh yeah, I rock with bro.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit more into the credit. Yeah, I also do credit repair, credit consult. I help people across all 50 states assess their credit report, see if any of the companies are under federal violation on the FCRA, or I can help you get funding or raise your credit score. So that's a little bit about, what I do now, more so that the music started. The music was like a foundation for me at first, and then it branched out to engineering. I also have a soul food business, Soul Flow Good. I have Ace Credits that as well. I know there's another one I'm missing because there's so much.
But that's the thing. You not only diversified your portfolio in like on the business side, but you also did it with the credit side. So you really can help a person in a way that most people can't. The biggest issue I've seen with a lot of artists is they know nothing about credit. They know nothing about contracts. What I did before I ever started the business was I learned about business. I learned about building credit. And the crazy part is I always say, bro, I learned more outside of school than in school as far as owning businesses go. Like, if I was 18 again, I wouldn't go to college right away. Because I learned more from business owners than I did in college classes. College classes taught me the lingo and how to like structure things, but business owners taught me how to get that done in Bradstreet, how to build that business credit, how to
That paydex score.
exactly, bro, how to make things happen for real.
How to raise that, because you got 3 different scores: Experian, Equifax, TransUnion. You got it on the business side,
Then
Dun
you
and
got the
Brad,
Lexus
Interstellar.
Nexus and all that stuff
Yep.
on the underhand that people don't know about. But like I said, I learned more outside of school than in school. And that's not me shitting on school, because I think that school is a good structure that can help you. But if you have, I feel like we need to go back to people having mentors and actual like internships, because I feel like there's a lot the kids could learn. Like, you could definitely help somebody younger than you set up their business to be in the point where they can, let's say they set up their business knowing what you know, and they go get that credit, that business credit, and they start using that business credit to actually shoot their music videos, set up their studio, do things of that sort. They could avoid some of the woes that me and Nixon and artists like us went through being young, just spending money out of our pocket and not knowing any better.
Yeah, that's true.
Those were the days, huh?
Bro, they don't know scraping up to take trips to Atlanta and,
Bro, for
and shit
real.
like that, bro. Like, but like I said, us not knowing better. Had we known what we knew now, we'd have been putting that shit on credit cards
Yo, for real.
instead of coming out of pocket. You feel me? But
Man,
You
y'all
live and learn.
all y'all quit y'all job just to go to Atlanta.
I didn't get to quit. I didn't get to quit. That's the funniest part. So we all got jobs together, and Nixon was the first one to leave, and then my boy went to the head of the building, and was like, "I'm going on tour," and she goes, "Oh, that's awesome," and he quit. I'm in the business, killing it. I'm making commission every week.
Oh well. Yeah.
I'm putting my hours in. I go to the lady the week before we're supposed to go, and I was like, "Yeah, Friday's gonna be my last day." No, I said Wednesday's gonna be my last day. I'm going out of state, and if I want to come back, I'll apply when I come back. She said, "Oh no, baby, you don't have to quit. Go on tour." she said, "Go do what you have to do, and when you come back, just come see me." I'm like, "All right, no problem." We go to Atlanta for A3C, have a ball.
A fucking ball.
Ball, bro. Craziest, probably one of the craziest trips I've ever been on. I've been all over. We met everybody from Jaron Benton to Schoolboy Q. This is when Schoolboy Q had gotten like fat for sipping lean.
Yeah.
And we just out there cracking jokes on him. He cracking back. We met Trader Truth, Talib Kweli, like hella people.
Mafia 6.
That's right. We met the whole 3-6 Mafia, except for Juicy J.
Caught him in the lobby of a hotel.
Crazy.
Like it was funny as fuck, because we had just came from Zaxby's, and I had like a kid sized cup, and I was joking around. I leaned in my kitty cup, just joking.
Yeah.
And Lord Infamous, rest in peace,
Yeah.
walks up to us, goes, "What you said, man?" And I repeated. He's like, "Man, you cool as fuck." And he like exchanges information with us. He dies like a couple months later. May he rest in peace. But it was him and DJ Paul. Bro, I wish A3C was still the way it used to be, because like we learned a lot that weekend.
A
Bro,
lot.
Bro, we're there going to like all the different shows, having a fucking ball. But
Yeah.
then we're also going to well, you remember the name of that hotel?
I don't remember the
Start
name
with
of
an
anything
M.
up there.
Start with an M. I don't remember what it was called. But it was a hotel where they would have like symposiums,
Oh wow.
and you would go into whichever symposium you wanted based on the time slot that it was.
Yeah.
So like they had symposiums on touring, all the shit that I'm saying that you would like do fire with, like how to use your credit to fund things, how to get like bookings, just anything that you would need to know in music, you could have learned in that hotel that weekend. You just had to be willing to get your ass up at the crack of dawn,
Yep.
go to sleep like 2 a.m.
And that's what we did.
And-
We got up early as
Yeah,
fuck.
we were early.
Early. And we were out all day. We were out for what, like 16 hours? Something
Easily,
like that.
easily.
We
bro.
leave around 8 a.m., get back to the hotel at like 2:30
Like 2:30, yeah.
in the morning.
But it was
then
worth
for
it.
certain reasons, we'd have to go to the gym and kill some energy for
Yes, sir.
a couple of hours
We
to
ain't
about 4 a.m.,
We ain't gonna talk about
4:30.
that, but
We
yeah,
won't touch on that subject.
Oh yeah, hold it out.
But yeah, we did a lot. We did a lot in that time frame, and bro, it was just it was good for hip hop, and we don't have those type of things anymore. Like South by Southwest isn't even the same anymore, and that was great back in the days. as far as going out there, networking with people, spreading your music, meeting other artists. Bro, we
So many independent artists just out there performing their music. They would just pull up on by the sidewalk, open up the trunk, big old speaker, and just start doing their music right there.
we really connected with a lot of artists that became huge, meeting in these small places. Made in Tokyo. We knew Made in Tokyo before he ever made Uber Everywhere.
Yeah.
Him and 24 Hours, formerly known as Rolls Royce Rizzy. They used to be down here all the time. The first time we met them was in Coconut Grove at an open mic.
What was
Shout out
it?
to
The
Nicky
Goose.
Six.
The Goose,
At
right?
The Goose.
The Goose.
Yeah, at an open mic, they came through.
Back when he was still Royce Rizzy.
This is before Goddamn dropped, if you remember.
I thought he performed Goddamn.
Nah, this is before it dropped.
Oh, that was before.
Yeah, this was like a month or two before that dropped. We met Curtis Williams from 2-9.
Yeah.
Like right before 2-9 really blew up. They were just starting to buzz. And bro, so many people.
Dash's Clay too, right?
Shout out to Dash's Clay,
Yo,
yeah.
for real.
Dash's Clay's still killing stuff in Miami. We met Dash's Clay back then. Like there was a lot of people that were coming to Miami in that time frame. Bro, we saw fucking I met 40 Ounce Van at Art Basel in like 2013.
Up in the Art Basel.
This is like when the hats first started to buzz.
Wow.
Yeah, I met him 2013 Art Basel. It was me and Dudat on the beach at this freaking it was like a pool hall / restaurant. So like one half was a restaurant, the other half was like a lounge. And he was in there just chilling. Shout out to Ashley Outrageous. That's how I got that invite. She used to do like this list every year for Art Basel of like all the dope hip hop events. And she like had gotten to this event and was like, "Oh yeah, I'm here." And I just pulled up. Like it was that simple. I just pulled up and 40 Ounce Van was in there chilling. So like you could really meet some good people back then. Like I always say the internet is very powerful, bro. If you use it correctly, it can take you places, and it can have you meet some very fucking dope people.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. I feel like I got a different experience as well because I was signed at 17. So they'll take me to like showcases, symposiums, and things like that, panels. Yeah. And I'm learning from people that produce for the Migos, people that produce for Jeezy, people that produce for Wayne. They're just up there talking like, "Oh, don't talk over the vocal. Have your track ready. Engage with the audience."
You know, it's funny you saying that. We had that conversation earlier because like I can't perform with the music playing. It always fucks me up.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Bro, I don't have just the beat alone right now." And I was like, "Damn." And he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna hit our engineer." I'm like, "Bro, it's Mother's Day. We probably not gonna get him." And I was like, "We might have to karaoke this shit." And he was like, "Bro, I hate karaoke." That's what we call it
real.
when you perform over your vocals. We call it karaoke. Because so the way that we started performing, like we used to go in my backyard and practice, and we never had the vocals. We'll just have like we'll have just the beat and our ad libs, and then of course the chorus, so we could take a breath. And we would like. We didn't have an actual stage, but we had like that little wooden thing in my backyard at the crib by the canal.
Oh, the little garden thing.
The little garden type. Yeah, it was like a little garden type thing. We would practice underneath that. Like it was the size of a stage damn there, so we could walk around, get our shit off in that area, and make sure like, all right, when we go perform, everybody knows how to move. Think of you. I know you've probably seen 5 Heartbeats and Temptations.
Yeah.
You remember how they would practice?
I don't remember how to practice.
Where they have the one guy that would be in the front, and the other guys on the side doing a little snap shit, and then the one guy would slide to the front and shit like that.
Yeah,
like we would have, we weren't doing that. We weren't doing our boy band shit, but we would have, but we would practice like, all right, so we're gonna so we always practice in case there's only one mic or 2 mics. So we'd practice like, okay, if it's 1 mic, we're gonna rotate this way.
Okay.
If it's 2 mics, we'll rotate this way and shit like that. And I feel like that's important, bro. Like, stage presence matters. I feel like stage presence matters. connecting with people matters. Like,
Yeah.
the one thing we always did after we finished performing was we would go into the crowd and we'll talk to everybody. And I feel like that's important. I've been to different shows where I see people perform and they just like duck off, and I'm like, bro, like, how you gonna grow your fan base if you're not talking to people?
Yeah.
And that's why I said like what Nixon was saying. Like, people would be like, oh, you look like the producer, and then he gets off stage and like, damn, bro, you hard. Like, it's because he actually goes back in the crowd and he's talking to people and he gets to connect with them.
There was one performance I didn't, but that's because they were trying to shoo me off halfway through my performance. They were just trying to like cut me off. Remember that? It was
Oh yeah, that one show
I forgot his name. He went to Palmetto with us.
with the homie Alex.
No,
Is
I think it was like
Alex?
Cole or something.
Oh yeah, that was right.
Yeah,
right.
he kept
no,
trying
but
to
the homie who put the show together was Alex.
Oh, I don't know.
Alex Black or something like that.
I don't remember. Andrew.
Andrew. My bad, Andrew. Shout out to you.
Yo, for real, shout out. But yeah, no, like, I don't know. It's like when I got off the stage after all of that, I was just annoyed with everything going on there. I was like, you know what, let's just get the fuck out. That was the one time I didn't stick around and interact with the audience.
You know what? That was a sad night, bro. Now that I think about it, there was another, I don't know if you remember, we had a homie there from high school named Andrew who like a year later died in a boating accident.
Garcia. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. He was there that
He was
night?
there that night. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That was the last time I saw him.
That was the
he
last time I saw him, too. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't remember him being there, but...
Yeah, it was him and same homie you saw about Colston. They were all together.
Colston, yes,
They were all
Colston.
together that night. So you saying that just made me think about that.
Yeah.
Because he had on the Pittsburgh jersey. He was a Steelers fan for since high school, and I just thought about that shit.
Right, he was.
Now that
Damn.
you said that, I just thought about that. Man, let's not talk about that.
Yo, for real. For real.
But that just came to mind
Bad
when you
memories?
said it. Huh?
Bad memories?
No, like, homie was cool. No, I just remembered, like, the last time I saw him was at Nixon's show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had came, there was somebody that was, like, heckling.
Yeah.
But dude was cool. He was just drunk that night. He was
Yeah, that's all it was.
Oh,
he was just on some drunk stuff. And, yeah. And then the homie that passed away was there with him that night. And they ended up passing away in, like, a real bad, like, boating accident. They were out boating one night and they hit something. I don't even remember what it was.
I think it was it boating or jet ski?
No, they were boating.
They were boating.
They were on the boat, and the girl ended up surviving, but the
that's
two
right.
guys that was on the boat ended up passing.
That sounds familiar.
This is like 13 or 14, either 2013 or 14. Yeah, it was a real bad.
Yeah, it sounds like I heard that
situation.
story
Yeah.
before. Wow. So what, they were trying to like cut your music on stage?
Yeah, they were drunk and they wanted to go on and just improvise.
Yeah.
They just wanted to play around and all that. They were drunk and it was an open mic night. That's all it was. But I was taking it serious, like a performance. So I had a few songs in order. I had USB. I had the ad libs, the choruses, and I was doing a performance. And about song 3 or 4, they were just trying to
Dude
nudge
trying
me
to like
off.
jump on the stage and like grab the mic so he could perform. It's like, bro, like this is not professional. We understand it's an open mic, but we're taking this professionally. And the dude that's putting together is a good guy. Shout out to him. We knew him from school too, and he was the one that like invited bro out there. He was pissed off by it because he was like, bro, like this is something I'm making money off of doing, and you guys are coming here fucking it up by you jumping on stage while other people are doing what they're doing. So he was kind of like irritated by it.
Yeah, but I do appreciate the opportunity. So again, shout out to Andrew Black.
Yeah, that's what's up. Man, it sounds like you guys been through the ringer.
No,
I
we
mean,
have. Not like
It's
crazy,
been fun,
crazy.
bro. Not even through the ringer. It's been fun. You you learn from your mistakes and other people's mistakes.
Yeah, that's true.
And I can say that, like, I've been through enough stuff musically that I have memories for the rest of my life. Like,
Wow.
good and bad. Like, but it's way more good than bad.
That's good.
Yeah, the bad shit is
gotcha.
shit that just it was just like shit happens. You feel me?
Yeah, it's
it's
out of
like-
your control. It is
not
what
even,
it is.
It's not even like, damn, like I want to beat a nigga's ass over it. It's just like, oh, this happened.
Yo, okay.
Yeah, like we've been in shows where like I remember that one show we went to where Buddy was like performing and I had to like nudge his ass
Oh yeah, over at the one.
Yeah, we had Take one time.
Okay.
And dude was performing. He was like on the bar, and like I'm like standing by the bar, and dude was like damn near like stepping, like
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I'm like yo, like what the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
And me and him, that's where our anger. Me and Nixon, that's where our anger comes in well. Cause like we were both like, bro, if they jump off this shit, we're knocking their ass out.
Yeah. I was telling Cracc, I was like, if he starts swinging at you, I'm jumping in there with you, bro. I got you.
But it was like it wasn't even like me on some like I wasn't even on some match. I'm just like, bro, like be respectful to everybody around you.
Yeah, for real. We're just trying to listen
Like
to the music.
I understand that you're raging to your music. More power to you, bro. I respect that, but be respectful, bro. And I feel like that's something that we've seen that happen enough times. I remember going to the ASAP Mob show where they got into a rated clan because niggas were throwing water bottles at the stage and shit like that. And it's like with them it was something deeper, of course, but just if someone's performing, bro, be respectful. Cardi had the situation where the person recently threw something at her and she hit them with the mic.
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
Cardi.
bro, I understand that shit. Like if you're doing your job and somebody's fucking with you, bro, it's gonna annoy the shit out of you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just feel like people should be respectful when they go to see artists do art. And for some reason, people will pay to see an artist perform and then do dumb shit. But that's neither here nor there. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, people just got to do better.
That's true. I mean, so any TV shows, movies that you guys grew up watching that really inspired you on the creatively or musically or just like like shaped your character?
I felt my character was shaped just based on the amount of places I lived, really.
Oh, okay.
I definitely do use a lot of references from movies and TV shows and shit in my music. Everything from like hood movies to Disney, like, like on God. When I was 20, I did a freestyle and I started that shit. I said, I'm a menace to society, but you can call me cocaine. My old dogs in my pants are AWACS and yo dame. Assalamu alaikum, that's where the Sharif. My Jordan's down like the project that rep Grape Street. And I was talking about the characters from Menace to Society. So like, yeah, I definitely do get inspiration from just watching shit.
Oh.
So I might be like, you probably remember this. We did a song called Spur of the Moment. And the reason that song got written was because we was watching the Heat versus Spurs.
Oh, that's
While we're
right. That's
recording that night.
right. Yeah.
So like, bro, inspiration can come from anything. And I'm really that type of artist where if I'm watching basketball, my song Jordan Pippen came from me watching the All-Star game. These fools that came over the day before, we had like a major smoke out for my birthday. We had like 4 different strains of purple. And we went crazy. And then the next night I was at the crib by myself chilling watching the dunk contest. And while watching the dunk contest, I wrote that song.
Damn.
So like, yeah, inspiration can come from anywhere.
Jordan Pippen, yeah, that was hard.
Yeah, anywhere. And I'm a nerd. I love video games. I love movies. I love all that shit. And like he said, Jordan Pippen, just because he was watching the dunk contest, I have a song called Must Be a Weasley. I'm a Harry Potter fan. I have a whole song just Harry Potter.
He went in on
Okay,
that
then.
motherfucker too.
Yeah.
Wow. So like, what other games in specific or?
Oh man, everything. Like even games like Dead Island have inspired me to just I forgot what I think it's. I have a song called Off My Sway, and in the second verse I say, infected zombies in Block C, I chop at their knees, and it's because I came up with that because I had the beat playing when I was playing Dead Island, and my character was in Block C, and I was literally chopping the knees of zombies, and like I wrote that out, and then it just went into a whole thing, and it's crazy. You get inspiration from anywhere.
Wow.
What about you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see, like Crash Bandicoot.
I remember Crash. I used to fuck with Crash when I was younger. On PS1, like
Yeah,
OG shit.
yeah.
I was more into Banjo Kazooie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love Banjo Kazooie.
That was my sisters. They played that. My older sisters. Let me see, Attacking the Power Juju. That might be my time. I'm trying to think about something in specific. Let me see. Boys in the Hood. Danny Phantom.
Okay.
It's a ghost shit. Yeah, I wouldn't say I get my inspiration from like anything in specific.
It's just
but,
what
like,
comes to you.
It's like a camaraderie of everything.
What's your writing style?
It's crazy. Cause I used to record on my Nintendo DS. So
Oh,
sometimes,
shit, okay.
yeah.
Damn.
I used to get like whoopings for that too.
For real?
From my dad, yeah. So I'll just probably like just talk, hear my voice, because I go off like the sound of my voice, because I got so many different flows.
Right.
I don't know if you heard my music.
I have.
But I got really different flows, so I'm gonna hear the sound of my voice first, and then I'm gonna be like set the tone based on my voice,
Okay.
like how I'm feeling that day. So it just all depends on the vibe.
See, for me, a lot of times I freestyle, and then I write. And the way that I actually ended started doing that was my first studio session ever was making a reference for an artist. I'm not gonna say who. A very big artist though. Me and you would talk outside of the interview and I'll tell you who it was.
Oh.
But it was with Tony Galvin, may he rest in peace. He was producing for this artist. And it was that artist's first major single for their first studio album. We had already known them for like killing shit. So my cousin called me. I was at school my freshman year of college. And I used to send my cousin lyrics all the time, like, hey, like, cuz, check this out. Like, I just wrote this. Okay. And he was like, yo, what time you getting out of school? I was like, I get out at 6, but I can leave a little early if you need me to. He was like, I need you to be down south by 6:30. I'm taking to go meet with a producer that has something he wants you to work on. All right, cool. Let's go like 4:30.
Yeah.
Because I was like, all right, like, let me go make this shit happen. I went down there. Producer pulls up the beat. I'm still pissed every time I hear that song because I wasn't the artist that got chosen. But you feel me? But that wasn't even like my style of music. It was like a real slow tempo beat.
Oh, okay.
And I sat there and I was just like freestyling different choruses for this artist.
Damn.
And I was like, okay, cool. Then once I did like 6 different choruses, and Tony Galvin was like, okay, I really like this chorus. Now I want you to freestyle a verse. And I was like, okay, cool. So I like freestyled a verse, and he's like, all right, we're gonna keep that. I'm gonna send that in as a sample. It was me, Shoney, who used to be signed to Slip and Slide, and like 20 other artists that did references for this artist single. I was about to sing the song just now. I was fucked up. So it was a really popular song, and the video was shot in Jamaica.
Oh, okay.
You got it. Yeah. But yeah. So my biggest style is usually if I like a beat, I freestyle to it, and once I freestyle to it, I'll be like, okay, I'll say like a bar or two that I like, and I'll write that down, and then I'll go from there. There's certain songs that I have though where I didn't have a beat. I just wrote the song, and then later on I found beats to match with them.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's tough.
It is, but when I was in like high school, bro, I didn't have any producer friends.
Oh.
So you feel me? I used to just write. That's how I used to like my typing for my typing class. I never really fucked with the way that the typing assignments. So to practice outside of class, I used to just type lyrics on my laptop. I'll put up a Word document, and I'll just type lyrics, and that's how I practice typing.
Damn.
So like I have different styles of writing, but I prefer to like freestyle my shit and see like how I'm feeling on the beat before I record anything. Yeah. But that's what I was telling you earlier about with me with the whole car videos and shit. Yeah. Like that's just me getting myself comfortable with being in front of cameras because like, bro, I hated cameras, bro.
Wow.
Like hated.
It was like a phobia, you would say?
I won't say it's a phobia. It was just learned behavior.
Oh, because your line of work, you would say.
When I was younger, yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Same here.
So like I was like just being on camera, I'm like, nah. I'm like, bro, don't take no pictures of me. I was that type of person. So like I had to like break myself out of that shit. Remember when we went? So we was talking about A3C earlier. Remember when we went to A3C and we met homie from Atlanta, and he came to us. He said, "Oh, what's up, man? I'm da da da. I'm da da da." And I was like, "Bro, I wasn't gonna say hi back to you, just on some Miami shit." But I remembered where I am, and he's like, "Yeah, man, we're all products of our environment, and that's just real, bro. Like, you become a product of your environment, and you got to break that mold if you want to really do what you say you want to do." Because like I realized, like being in Miami, bro, we don't say hi to people.
Now we're ignorant as hell down
Like,
here.
South Florida is fucked up. We don't say hi to people, bro. You go outside of South Florida and you realize everybody's friendly. Like, nigga, Chicago. I've been all over Chicago and people say hi to you.
Wow.
And you would think Chicago would be like here. Nah. Bro, LA, even in LA,
Yeah.
people will say hi to you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, niggas could be ignorant out there, but they'll say hi to you. New York is like Miami.
Yeah.
You ain't getting no highs. Jersey's worse than New York and Miami. But yeah, bro. I've been to 40 states
Okay.
because of the line of work I was doing for a few years. Like I would do a lot of traveling, and in most places they say hi to you.
Wow.
Miami has us like programmed where we don't speak to people,
That's crazy.
and we don't realize that it's learned behavior until we get outside of that, like our elements.
Why do you think it's like that?
It's honestly, I don't know. Like, we just lack Southern hospitality as a Southern state, and that's why like people always say New York. People always say Miami's the New York of the South, and it's true, bro. Like, there's like a, you know what I think it is really. I'm gonna answer that for real. I think everyone thinks that they're bigger than they are.
Yeah, I was thinking that just now.
Everyone thinks that they're bigger than they are, and I don't know, like. We went to school with how many celebrities' children, and
More than I can count on 3 hands.
they were all normal people. They like,
Oh yeah.
bro, we went to school with all of Bob Marley's
I
grandchildren.
was just about to
first
say that.
generation of
And
grandchildren.
they were cool as hell.
They were all cool.
Cool as hell. Polite as shit.
We went to school with Tim Hardaway's son, bro.
Oh, wow.
He was cool as hell. Like, of course, they all have their days where they can be dickish. We're all human. Like, we have those days, but no, like. The children of rich people don't act like dicks for the most part.
Yeah, you won't even notice that
Yeah.
they're there.
Bro, we went to school with Michael Beasley's sister. I swear I've been around probably more celebrities and their children in Miami than anywhere else. Other than when I lived in, honestly,
LA.
in Miami other than anywhere else that I've lived. But they're normal people, and I feel like normal people try to act like they're bigger than they are. And that's where the issue lies. Like, just be human, bro. If you see somebody, it's okay to say hi. You don't gotta eat that man. You don't gotta look at him tough. Like, that's how you make human connections, by saying hi to people. And I don't know, like, it's just something about this area where we all feel like we're bigger than we are.
Wow.
I don't know, that shit, it's wild to me.
I feel like it's not hard. I mean, I feel like it's not hard not to act like that because everybody grows up around each other, and then, you know, conversations happen. And it's just like everybody just want to be a star.
Think about kids, bro. Kids walking to each other on playgrounds, and it doesn't matter what you look like or who you are. You're gonna say hi to each other. You're gonna say hi, and you're gonna be friendly. Like, we gotta start implementing that as adults to some extent. Like, yeah, I understand you're not gonna fuck with everybody's energy off top, but if you just, I've met some of the coolest people that I know in life off of just a simple hello. Wow. I met motherfuckers that taught me about cryptocurrency off of hello. I met people that taught me things about business off of hellos.
We met each other off of hello.
Yeah. Wow. You can meet a lot of cool people off of just a hello. Wow. And bro, like, a hello and a smile are the 2 best things in the world. Cause a motherfucker can be angry as shit or look angry as shit and not be. Like, I know me, bro. I look angry as fuck all the time. I can't help it. I'm an angry looking black man, and I try not to be. I try to smile as much as possible because I don't want to have people thinking like, oh, like, you're pissed at the world. I'm really not, bro. I just have a serious face at all times. But if you speak to me, I'm gonna speak back. And I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like that can change a lot of things in the world if we just say hello to people, smile more, enjoy the fact that we're fucking living. You feel me?
I wholeheartedly agree with that. That's why I have the book out, Mental Health, Manifest Your Desired Results. It's on Amazon. You could go grab that. I just speak on like my pandemic journey, how I ventured through that. You know, we were in isolation, and then going back outside, it was like kind of a different step that we had to take, like learning how to walk after you broke your leg and rehab. And
That's a good like analogy for it.
Yeah, that's what I really
You can speak on that because
Yeah.
you were
That's like
affected
my lane.
differently after the pandemic
Oh yeah.
on how you deal with people.
No, because my parents, my dad's old. He's pulling up on 80. So, you know, they always said, like, the old folks are going to get it the worst. So I turned into, you ever seen that show Monk? He's a detective, but he's got OCD.
Yes.
Yeah, so I turned into him. So I was making everyone wash their hands when they got home. I would literally wipe down the doorknobs, refrigerators with wipes and everything, because that's what the pandemic did to me. Like, the isolation didn't bother me. It was the fact that I could bring the virus into the home and kill my father with it. That's what bugged me about it. So I would wipe everything down. Every time I went out and came home, I would take those clothes off, wash them, and go shower down, even if I had to go back out in an hour or two.
wow.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
I
he
went
was
crazy
really
over it.
Serious about it, but I understand where he was coming from though. Like, I lost my pops not in the pandemic. I lost him after the pandemic. He ended up having a heart attack in his sleep after he went to the hospital for diabetes. Went to one hospital, caught COVID in the hospital.
Damn.
After not having COVID the whole pandemic. The whole pandemic, man, never caught COVID.
Yeah.
2 years after, so 2022, he caught COVID in the hospital. They
Yeah.
released him. I had to take him to a different hospital. I took him to Baptist. He recovered at Baptist and everything. He ended up having to do like rehab to get like his walking and stuff back.
Wow.
Which was what was crazy was he had a stroke during the pandemic, and he had like a small brain bleed from that. And I think like all of that later on ended up adding on to what he went through and stuff like that. But yeah, he survived the COVID. He rehabbed and everything, and then after being back home for a few weeks, he just had a heart attack in his sleep.
Wow.
But like, yeah, bro, like the pandemic didn't affect me like as toughly as it did Nixon, because Nixon, like, I understand where he was coming from. Like, nah, bro, I got to be on point for me and my family. For me, I was doing Postmates and shit. I was making money during the pandemic. I was still like, I was masked up and everything. I made sure to keep my house as clean as possible to avoid anyone getting it. I never got that shit until 2021 when a motherfucker came to work knowing they had it. Yeah, people are bad, bro. Like, yeah, dude knew he had it and came to work and gave it to like half of the store. And I didn't feel it bad. Like, I was just like, I was more pissed I had to be at home.
Wow.
Like losing money.
Yeah.
I was more like, bro, like I felt no symptoms. I was like, bro, I'm sitting at home.
Asymptomatic, just.
I was pissed because I had a show in California that I had to cancel.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the worst part of it for me. I'm like, bro, I'm losing money and I can't perform. And I had like features lined up in Cali and shit. So I lost hella money in that moment based on somebody else's carelessness. But that's life, bro. You learn from shit. I hope that person learned, like, don't do stuff like that. Because you're not just affecting you, you're affecting other people. But, you know. But you writing a book about that, that's actually fucking dope. And I respect that because,
No, definitely.
like, we really do need to pay more attention to mental health. I did therapy right after the pandemic.
Wow.
Yeah, I felt it was needed. I knew I was becoming a father, and I was like, there were certain things that I needed to work through myself before raising anyone else. So I went into therapy, and I had a lot going on at the time. My brother, in 2019, was wrongfully arrested in Northern Florida for a suspended license, and he was he was tased while having a seizure. So like that fucked with him for a bit. Like he was in a state of psychosis for over a year, bruh. And dealing with him having the seizures after that, and then finding out that the person that had just broken up with is pregnant with my child, and all these other things, bro. Like it really was a lot to deal with for me. So I was like, you know what, I need to get myself on a level-headed like space and deal with whatever I don't want to say demons, but deal with whatever like atrocities and shit that I have going on to be the best person I could be for not only myself but for my seed and for everyone that's around me. You feel me? So I respect you talking about mental health and shit like that, bro.
And like, I don't know, just for the audience, because I have a lot of young people watching as well. Like, how was the process of finding a therapist for you, and how was the experience?
All right, so I'm gonna say this. I don't brag about this job often, but I was lucky. So me and Nixon, we both work for Starbucks, and they offer free therapy. 20 weeks a year. It's 20 weeks a year.
I believe so. Yeah.
I think if you have insurance, it's 20 weeks a year, and I went through it. I was like, all right. My biggest thing was I wanted a black therapist. I was like, I need a therapist that's going to somewhat understand certain things that I've been through. And I found this lady. She was amazing. It was telehealth. We would have conversations. Some weeks, bro, I didn't even have to, like, within the first 6 weeks, we worked through everything I needed to as far as, like I get anxious at times, and I understand why. We worked through that. We worked through, like, certain depression that I had. And then a lot of it was just us holding conversations that were just like something that allowed me to be like feel at peace. So like me and her had conversations about this is around when Clubhouse first came out too. We had a conversation one day about Clubhouse and Big Crit for like an hour. It wasn't even like a real therapy session. It was just us talking about music and things that we learned from being on Clubhouse. She sent me stuff on time management. That was helpful. She sent me stuff on just different things that she was like, okay, like you have a child coming. I see that you're big on family, and you put a lot on. I put a lot on myself, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like I put the fucking world on my shoulders if it means making sure everybody around me is okay. And that's something that it's not a problem, but it can be a problem. You feel me? And that's something that she helped me work through. Like, you got to be able to say, fall back from shit. Be like, nah, bro, I can't help you right now. I got to help myself. And that was some shit that I had to deal with. So, yeah, finding a therapist was pretty easy for me. I got lucky. Wow. But I know, like, I have a few friends that been through multiple therapists and like, nah, bro, this person didn't work for me, that person didn't work for me. I was like, bro, you need to realize before you start looking for a therapist, what you're looking to get out of therapy.
Oh, okay.
Because if you don't know what you want to get out of therapy, you're wasting your time. And I don't mean to say it like that, but like, you're spending money on therapy. Like I didn't have to spend money on it, luckily. Yeah. But the average person is spending money on therapy. It's just coming out your insurance budget. So you want to make sure that you find a therapist that somewhat connects to what you're used to, and make sure that you get the most out of it. That's what I think about it.
Wow. Anything you want to touch on?
I mean, I'm on the other side of the fence in a sense. I mean, I'm not against therapy, but I haven't tried it out yet. I know I should, because I can kind of relate to Cracc, just carrying the world on your shoulders and not thinking about yourself and making sure everyone else around you's okay. That's what I do at home. You know, now that mom passed, I make sure my dad's good, my sister, you know, the homies over here, because I know Cracc be going through it, so I always hit him up from time to time, like, yo, you good? You need anything?
That's one thing I could say about, especially Nixon. Like we do those check-ins on each other. Like we do it as the whole ECMG. Like we have a group chat, and we'll like at least one of us once a week, like, yo, how's everybody doing? But like that shit is important, bro. You need those friends that'll check on you, because the motherfuckers that seem the strongest be going through the most shit. So those check-ins, they be important. Shit, you do it too, bro. You hit us randomly like, yo, how's everybody doing? So like,
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
But
No,
yeah, I
but,
support
and
it.
then for me, like I did the bad thing. The negative part about it is that instead of turning to therapy, I turned to alcohol. So I became almost borderline alcoholic. I mean, it kind of was for a little bit because I was drinking every day. I was drinking every day at one point. And then on my days off, it'd be a half a bottle of scotch. And it's kind of still like that. Like, I still drink heavy on my days off. But it's, like, I'd rather do that than go to therapy. And then because of that, that's how those last 7 videos I dropped, that's where all that came from. Yeah, it's like, it's kind of me doing a therapy session with myself.
Yeah.
You know, because I would get heavily intoxicated and I would just write music, like how I'm feeling at that moment. And my mom's passing that shit really messed me up. So I wrote this whole, the 7-song project. I called it the therapy session.
Yeah.
And it's a therapy session with myself and how I'm feeling and coming to terms with that I'm not dealing with it okay, and that's okay. You know, you deal with it how you can, and eventually time will heal.
That's real.
Yeah. So you don't feel like there is nothing else that affected you that you would need therapy for, or you just
I
not
mean,
that type of guy?
That's definitely a big part. I mean, you know, growing up, I got picked on and shit. You know, that's neither here nor there, though. Like, now I'm in an industry where people are going to talk shit about you all the time, behind your back and in front of your face. And that's okay with me now. But, like, I guess growing up, when you're a kid, you know, you want to be accepted, you know. And when people are calling you freckle-faced cartoon and throwing soda cans at your head when you're walking by in the hallway, you know, that doesn't make you feel good when you go home. So, yeah, but definitely, I definitely probably do need therapy. Just to at least talk to someone about my mom's passing, because I haven't talked to anyone about it.
Oh,
Yeah, like you hear more about it in my music than you will from my mouth. Yeah, and it's because I don't know how to talk about it, but I do know how to write about it, if that makes sense.
yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I haven't been, like, fortunate to lose a parent yet, but I lost my grandma, and
Yeah, that's a tough one too. I lost my great grandma in 2011, a couple days before Christmas, and bro, I didn't celebrate Christmas until having the kid. So I get that. Like, especially like in the black community, bro, our grandmas are like parents.
yeah,
So I understand that one. That's the closest thing to losing a parent, right? Like, for real. Like, until I lost a parent, that was like my deepest hurt was losing my great grandma. So you losing your grandma, bro, you understand that hurt.
yeah. Like, and she was the glue for the family, and after that, it was like,
Shit just fall apart.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I write music now, like, just to advocate more so for, like, mental health, and also just everybody's going through.
Yeah.
And
That's like when Nixon first came to me with the therapy session, I was like, bro, you don't even understand that you really gonna help a lot of people with this if they see it, because like people going through it, bro. And like you said, it was him doing therapy on himself. And like when he dropped episode 6, bro, I hit him like right away. And I was like, bro, you really went deep on this one, because he spoke about like losing his mom and all that shit. And I haven't spoke about losing my dad yet. Like, so I told him, I was like, bro, like, I'm really proud of you for going and speaking on that shit, because I know that shit was tough for you.
wow.
Yeah, that shit was tough as fuck.
Well, shit. Well, I do appreciate y'all for showing up and showing out and sharing the experiences that,
Yeah,
you know,
definitely, bro.
you guys learned from. And, you know, it's always appreciative because you guys didn't have to share.
Nah, bro, that's what we here for, bro.
Yeah.
Like I told you, I really fuck with you as a person, bro. Like, as a musician, and as a human. So, you asked me to come, like, for
Yeah,
sure.
for real. What's the point of the interview if you're not going to get to know us, though, you know?
Yeah.
We got to share everything.
Man, I appreciate you too, Nix, man. Like, this is crazy. But,
I know we appreciate the opportunity.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
facts.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a lot more in the future. I'm thinking about doing like mental health fest, just have like interactive things going on, panels, people speaking, food, drinks, stuff for the kids, and like, you know,
I feel that.
yeah. Just want to.
You know, that's our energy. Like we big on feeding the community. I'm bringing back my toy drive this December. I didn't do it the last 2 years because I was dealing with my own situations with the family and trying to recover from losing the patriarch of my family. Definitely. And having to step into that position to being the new patriarch and stuff like that. But yeah, we're bringing it back this year, bro.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna support that.
Yeah. No, we're coming hard as hell this year.
Oh yeah,
Hard as hell.
I love to hear that. Well, I appreciate y'all. Y'all drop your social medias where they can find you, and what if you guys got any projects coming.
Oh yeah, no. You can find me on any social media, Sir Nixon, SIRNYXON. I got the Red Viking dropping late July, and then sometime in October it's gonna be the Coffee Break EP, and that's with Cracc and I.
Coffee break.
Yeah, Coffee Break.
All right.
Yeah. I'm Cracc Cobain. That's CRACCCOBAIN on all social media platforms. I'm working on a free lunch project. It's gonna be out later on this year. I also have free lunch Fridays coming back in the next couple weeks, probably. I shot over 10 already. I'm trying to do 52 straight once I start dropping them.
Okay.
So it's gonna
Talk to him.
it's gonna be solid. Like Nixon said, we got the Coffee Break project. Me and Spaz also have an EP that we're currently working on. It's on some player shit. Like if you ever heard me and Spaz on a song together, y'all know how we speak. It's like Larry June meets Primo Rice meets Akeem Ali. Like it's that fly player shit.
Oh, I
so
like
yeah, that's
that.
what I'm working on currently. I'm getting ready to drop my first single this summer from the free lunch project. It's gonna be called Miami Shit. It samples JLDD by Trick Daddy.
Okay.
And it's ignorant. It's fire though. Nixon, the night Nixon heard the beat, he was like, "Oh, I know you're gonna kill that." And then I sent like the first like 4 bars from it. He's like, "Oh man, I knew he was gonna get done with it." And then when I recorded it, everybody that's heard that song so far is like, "Bruh, you did your thing on that."
That shit's hard as hell.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate y'all, and that's how we gonna close it out. See y'all next season.
Yes, sir.